Hey guys, I've been getting a few questions about the range on the Chamberlain driveway alarm. So today I'm actually going to have an opportunity to test that out. So let's see what the manufacturer specifications are for this device. Alright, so let's see what we can find here online. Alright, so the Chamberlain website looks like it says $99 US. That seems to be a lot more than what I paid for, but if that's what Chamberlain is charging on their website, so be it. So let's scroll down here, and under features, nothing. Specs, nothing. Okay, under reviews, there's stuff, so they don't have any specs or features about this product. Okay, very nice. Let's see what else there is out there. Alright, I'm pretty sure I bought this at the Home Depot, so let's have a look at their site here. Alright, so this is Canadian dollars, $74. Okay, much cheaper than what the manufacturer was selling it for. Let's scroll down and see what we can find for specs and overview. Okay, nothing in specs, dimensions, details. Okay, let's go back and see if Amazon is here and what they've got to say about it. Alright, that looks like it. Yeah, okay, $60 and free shipping, even cheaper. Let's look through the specs here for distance. That's it, 1/2 a mile. But it says in ideal situations. Okay, what does that mean? So in today's test, we're going to do a line of sight test to see what the maximum range is, and we're going to do a typical everyday usage test, meaning the base will be placed inside the residence and the trigger will be set in multiple different locations to see how far away I can get from the base, but having the signal actually travel through walls. So to be fair to the device, let's get that cleaned up. There's a spider web here inside. Spiders just love to get in there and interfere with any traffic and to set off some false alarms for you. So let's get this cleaned up and we'll get it tested. I'm also going to be switching out the batteries to ensure that it's working at its maximum strength. So for my first test, my fence length is 325 feet. That's way down there. And the manufacturer's specifications say the range is 2,640, so we're obviously well within that. I'm not sure what their ideal conditions are again, but this is a straight line of sight. So let's see if that's going to work for us. Alright, so I'll make my way down with the sensor. The volume is turned up so I can hear it. I'll leave one camera here just in case I can't hear it at that distance. So obviously there's no device interference at 325 feet. So let's take this to a larger scale and move on to our next test. So for this next test, I'm going to walk as far as that tree line out there and see if the device still picks up the signal. Looks like we have success at 650 feet. Alright guys, it's time to get serious about this range thing. So what I'm trying to do now is go down a larger scale. So behind me here I have this long dirt road and I brought in my truck. So what I'm going to do is see how far I can go before the trigger stops working on this, before the base stops picking up the signal. So what I'm going to do is take the base with me in my truck. But in order to do that, I need to leave the trigger somewhere so that it's constantly getting fired. So what I've done, there's a country sign here. There's bullet holes in it, of course, otherwise it wouldn't be a country sign. And I'm going to attach the sensor to that, and the wind will keep it moving and keep setting it off, and I'll be heading down this way.
Okay, the beeping has stopped. Let's get out and see if I can find a signal.
So we're obviously pushing the limits right now of what this thing can do. But we are at 900 meters right now. Let's go for an even kilometer. Alright, so we're right at a little slough here. So when I measure on the map, I can measure exactly. And let's get out and try it again. Okay, so I'm going to try to reach up a bit higher. So I got an extension cord. Here it goes. So we are 1.5 kilometers away. Stopped at this Nexen sour gas pipeline. So let's see if we can get a signal here.
Signal is obviously quite weak, so let's just drive down the road a little further and see if we can still pick it up.
We are now 2 kilometers away, and the device, the sensor, is not in sight, and I'm scaring off these cows. So let's see if we can get a signal. So I was unable to get a signal at 2 kilometers. Actually, when I was standing up on top here, I could see the sign off in the distance. So it was still a headline of sight, but didn't obviously pick up the signal. So I'd say we've maxed ourselves out here. So here we go. So I just made it back to where the sensor is, and it's still moving, obviously. So let's uninstall this and leave these cows. So the results are in from that last test, and I'm very surprised. The country road test, 4,921 feet was the range between the base and the sensor, and I was still able to receive a signal. I'm not sure how reliable it would be at that range, but I did in fact receive a signal. So my next test is going to be from within the house. This is more of a subjective test because you can place your base anywhere within your house, and your house might have different types of insulation, different types of siding, which all may cause differences in the factors to allow the signal to transmit and to be received by the base. So in my situation, I have my base put inside, and I'm going to go around different parts of the neighborhood and figure out if there are any dead spots where I'm unable to receive a signal, and then capture the distance I am from the base, and during that time and let you know the results. So my buddy showed up at the perfect time. I gave him the sensor and I went into my office and I monitored the base. We started a quick phone call. He let me know where he was, and we were able to communicate and figure out what the range was.
Now I'm turning so it's actually facing you.
Okay. Oh, okay, there it is. It's back on. So where are you right now? At just in the cul-de-sac?
At the end of that cul-de-sac, yeah.
Okay. So after a lot of driving around the neighborhood, we found some dead spots. And these dead spots were places where there were homes in between my house and where my friend was with the sensor. So we were able to get a good signal from about 500 feet with a line of sight from my house to where he was. But if there were any buildings in between, then we ran into difficulties. So in conclusion, the manufacturer's specification for this driveway alarm is a range of 2,640 feet. During my testing, I was able to get a line of sight reading at 4,521 feet. But in real life, you're probably only going to get about 1,640 out of it, and that totally depends on the situation, what's around you in the way of structures, trees, and hills, mountains, etc. So that concludes my video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you want me to do some other tests on this, please let me know. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel.